Happy Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, we're talking about happy Wednesday morning. Welcome to the class. So today's sequence is focusing on a bit of everything. We'll give the neck and the shoulders a little bit more loving this morning, but we'll go a bit into standing balancing shapes just to bring a bit more of that energy into the body before we start the day. As always, take it nice and easy, listen to your body, do what feels good to you. I will give you an options and variations to choose from. The most important thing is to make the most out of your time on your mat, working with your own body, your own breath, and enjoy the sequence. Regarding props, if you are working with the tight hamstrings, you might need a couple of blocks at the front of your mat, or books if you're using the books instead of blocks. Otherwise, no other props needed, maybe something to sit on, but have your blocks really close to you for every class. So maybe get a pillow or blanket to sit on, as the first part of the class will be seated. Let's start, guys. Good morning, happy Wednesday. Let's do this. So let's all meet in the seated position. Coming to your comfortable seat by ideally crossing the ankles. And maybe sit on a little pillow or blanket just to elevate the pelvis so you can tilt the pelvis forward. Bring the palms to the top of your thighs to start with as you turn the palms to face up. And slide them all the way down to the hips. And you place the palms on the top of one another, all the way into your heart. Close down the eyes and we just stay here for a few breaths. Soften across the facial muscles. Soften that facial expression as you let your shoulders to fall down the spine. Grow just an inch taller on the inhale as you lift and lengthen through the crown of your head. And on the exhale, soften across the body as you let your sitting bones to ground to the earth. Keep the breath going in and out through the nose. As we take each inhale all the way down to the belly, expanding and letting go on each exhale. Just notice how your body is feeling this morning. Notice any sensation. Notice the way you sit. If you're leaning off to the right or maybe to the left side a little bit more, try to stay centered. One last breath here. Full deep long inhale through the nose. Feel the expansion of the ribs, the belly, the chest. And on the exhale, soften a little bit more. Keep the neck locked on the shoulders. Gently bring your eyes open as you continue with the breath. Next time we inhale, we sweep the arms out to the side, lengthen to the side as you reach your arms up. Maybe look up as you find your palms to find one another on top of your head. And on the exhale, strongly press the palms against one another as you bring them all the way down to your heart center, tucking the chin to your chest. 2 more times like that. Start sweeping the arms out to the side, spread those fingers nice and wide, moving slow, but moving with control. Lengthen just a little bit more, reach those arms up and look. Palms together as you press them against one another. Feel the front of your shoulders firing up as you press the palms against one another. Take your hands all the way down to your heart center, all the way down to your belly as you follow your fingertips with your gaze, tucking the chin into the chest. One more time like that, guys. Big long inhale. Sweep your arms out to the side. Find more length, reach just an inch higher. And on the exhale, press the palms against one another as you take it all the way down to the heart center. From here, just place your palms on the top of your knees on the front of your shins as you roll back through the sitting bones, seated cat and count. Roll back. And then take your chest all the way forward as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, lean forward, press the sitting bones to the floor, waking up the lower back. Keep that going, we're rolling all the way back through the sitting bones, hollow out through the body, tuck your chin to your chest. And on the exhale, take it all the way forward as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think about the chin and lead it away. Take it nice and gorgeous breath. One more time like that. Just notice the spine. Notice how your body's feeling today. We'll give it a bit of a loving throughout class today. Then for one more last time, bring the chin all the way forward. Fire up through the back of your shoulders as you squeeze them in towards one another. Start coming back through the center, shoulders on the top of your sitting bones. As you take the fingertips of your left hand on the left side of your body, right side to reach up. Find a nice long line through the right side of your body. As you start gently rolling the chest and the rib cage up. Soften into your left elbow, but keep pressing the right sitting onto the earth. Inhale to lengthen just a little bit more, hold it here. And then bring it back through the center as your right palm to find the floor behind you, and your left palm, the right thigh, into a twist. Find more length through the spine, so think about the length with each inhale. And think about creating a twist as you exhale, as you expand the chest to the sides and perhaps looking over at the right shoulder. One last breath here and lift. And on the exhale, we twist out just a little bit more. Keep the left palm on the top of your right knee as your right arm sweeps across the left, cross the arms over as you reach towards the top of your left knee with the left, right palm. Nice, guys. Keep holding onto your knees as you roll back through the sitting of this time. We're going to hold it here. So you need to think about the length of the spine. As you bring the chin nice and close to your chest, together stretch through the back of your shoulders. Broaden through the upper back, separate your shoulder blades. And take a stretch all the way down to the lower back by pressing the spine and wake up towards the small space behind you. One last breath here, roll back through the sitting bones just a little bit more. Don't worry about rolling over as you hold it onto your knees. Then keep your hands as they are for now, just lengthen that spine. From here, look forward, shoulders down, just bend your elbows and we should end up in the eagle arms as the palms are either connecting to back to one another. Or if you have a little bit more in the wrists, just hold them to the front of your palms if that's available to you. Wherever you are with it today, drive your elbows forward. Keep the arms, the top of your arms parallel to the floor as you reach those fingers up to the sky. And again, we think about broadening through the upper back, thighs to stay nice and heavy. Maybe the chin can come a little closer to your chest to find a stretch through the top of the trapezius muscles. Let go of the arms and start placing the palm of your right hand to the right side of your body as the left arm reaches up and over. Nice big stretch. Keep it nice and long as you let your right ear to fall towards the right shoulder. Press the left sitting onto the floor to expand through the top left corner of your legs. Breathe into your ribcage. Come back through the center as you let palm to find a close up around the lower back. And the right palm, your left thigh, twist. Go easy with the twist. Lengthen through the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, use the strength of your core to help you to activate the spine muscles and to create the twist. Breathing. One last breath here. Micro adjustment with each breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Keep holding onto the left knee with the right palm as the left arm sweep forward, cross it over to reach towards the right knee. And then from here, start rolling back. Notice the difference between the right and the left shoulder. Tucking the chin all the way to the chest as you separate your shoulder blades, finding the young release through the back of the shoulders. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out. Bring the belly all the way towards the spine. Hold out through that chest. Start slowly rolling up through the spine. Keep your arms exactly as they are for now. Just lengthen the spine and bend your elbows. So this time we should have the left palm on the top of your right. Either back of your palms to connect or the front of your palms to connect. Eagle arms. Drive those elbows forward, separate the shoulder blades, reach the fingertips just a little higher. Hold here on the inhale. And on the exhale, find more space between the elbows and your chest as you lift down through the gap between the elbows and the chest. One last breath. Gorgeous. And let go of the arms as you release them. Just place the palms on the top of your thighs and give your neck a nice big roll. Knee to your shoulder, chin to your chest, knee to the other shoulder. Couple more like that. Keeping those shoulders nice and heavy. Gorgeous. One last breath here. Any movements, any speeds, any direction. Just giving that neck a bit of a loving. Perfect. And let's all roll through the knees to come up into a mini tabletop all fours. So we need to go all the way towards the back of your mat and stack the shoulders over your wrists, knees underneath your hips, moving through a cat and cow. On inhale, drop your belly to the earth. Broaden your collarbones as you look forward. Press the palms to the floor to elevate through the heart center. And on the exhale, we round the spine. We go one vertebra at a time as you squeeze into your core. So think about your belly going in towards the spine. Press away from the floor. Keep that going. Your own time, your own breath. Take the whole length of the inhale to drop the belly down, chin and chest up. Take the whole length of the exhale to press the palms into the earth. As you want to press it away from you, tucking the chin to your chest and your tailbone down and under. One more time, like the arch into your lower back and your pelvis up to forward. And on the exhale, around that spine, you just separate the shoulder blades. Come around it, body, press the palms to the earth. Next time, you'll bring your spine into the neutral position. And I just want you to turn the fingers of your right hand up to the ceiling. Press the knife edge, the little finger to the floor as you drive it all the way towards the top left corner of your mat side up. From there, start bending into your left elbow as your right knee to come towards the right bicep as you stretch through the right side of your back. So the fingertips of your right hand are reaching towards the top left corner of your mat, so we're going diagonally. So those fingers nice and wide as you actively press the knife edge of your right palm to the floor. And stretching through the right side of your body by looking towards the left. Let your chest be nice and low, nice and heavy. Keeping the right arm nice and straight as you try to press the right shoulder to the earth. And we'll just start sliding the palm back into the center. And you go straight up to the other side. From your tabletop, turn the left palm up. And if the little pinky finger is sliding towards the top right corner of your mat. So go long, 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 long. Then lean up to the left side, to the left bicep, and the left ear will connect. And just lengthen through the left side of your body as you drive the left armpit, left shoulder to the floor. Go the opposite direction with the hips, like when I'm really expanding to the left side of your body, left rib cage. The sitting bones are pointed back towards the space behind you as we press the little pinky finger on the left hand to the floor. One last breath here, full deep long inhale through the nose. And a nice big breath out. Start slowly sliding the palm back in towards you all the way to the center. And just start looking those hands forward. Bend your elbows as we start lying down on our bellies. Press the tops of your feet to the floor, slide those elbows forward into a sphinx pose. Press the forearms to the floor, look forward, achieve power to the floor as we stretch through the mid-back, the pelvis, as well as the belly button, and now pressing to the floor. On inhale, find more length through the crown of your head as you strongly press the elbows and the forearms to the floor. And as you exhale, again, little half circles with the head, so right into the right shoulder. Chin to your chest, go really slow, inch by inch, finding any tension or tightness around the neck. And then bring your left knee to the left shoulder. And again, chin to your chest. Keep pressing the forearms to the floor, right into the right shoulder. Chin to your chest, suck it all the way in. As you drop your left knee to the left shoulder. And bring your head back up the ring to center. Lovely. Curl your toes under. Slide those hands underneath your shoulders as we press back through the tabletop. Straighten through downwards facing down. A little walk through those feet as we press the heels down and hips up. Go one foot at a time. Have a look at your feet so we keep the neck nice and long, creating the best stretch in the back of your neck. As you wake up the back of your legs. Breathing in and out through the nose. Pressing the heels all the way down to the floor as you bend and extend one leg at a time. Now you're going to take the down dog for a walk as you start slowly walking your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Have the hands all the way in front of your mat. Continue to walk until you find the top of your mat with your hands and your feet. Bend your knees generously. So big bend the back of your knees so the belly can rest on the thighs. Now lift your fingers as you bring the palms at the back of your head. Tap your chin to your chest and think about the length of your neck as you press the palms to the back of your neck. Crown is reaching down to the floor and chin a little closer to your chest. So we're using the weight of your arms to help you to intensify the stretch through down. From you start rolling up through the spine, but keep your elbows very close towards one another. Chin tucked into your chest. Use the strength of the back of your legs as you start slowly rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Your chin is the last thing to lift up and away from the chest once you are standing gorgeous. From there, rest the back of every side of your palms as you drive your elbows nice and wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hold here, lift the heart center. And then let go of the arms as you leave your fingers at the back, somewhere around the sitting bones. Straighten the arms, expand through the heart center. Inhale, lift, open up the chest, thighs, guys. And on the exhale, we bend the knees, we're going down with a flat back. Your belly to find the thighs again. And then start straightening out through the legs just a little bit more, but keep holding onto your palms. Giving those shoulders a bit of a release here at the same time. Again, you can give me a little yes, a little no here, finding a nice big long neck. Using the gravity to help us to intensify the sensation. Maybe the other movement is the hips from side to side, and in back, extend the one leg at a time if your hamstrings are ready. If you're feeling lots of tension, lots of tightness around the back of your legs, just keep opening this bend. We'll repeat it one more time. Let go of the arms, let them be nice and heavy. Link your fingers at the back of your head as you drive your elbows in towards one another. And chin to your chest, like you're going to cut to your belly button. From you, press the soles of your feet to the earth and start rolling up. Round through the upper back, like the upper back is the first thing to roll up. And then keep your chin tucked into your chest as you come all the way up into a standing position. Down. Once you're up standing, drive your elbows away from one another. Rest the back of your head inside of your palms. Expand through the heart center. Strong squeeze at the back of your shoulders. And then let go of the arms as you link your fingers now the other way. So if you don't remember which one you had in the top the first time, try to find the other way. It will feel a little weird if you bring the other thumb on the top. Bend those knees, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drive your thumbs further away from the sitting bones, big opening through the chest. And on the exhale, bend the knees as we come into the fold. Just one breath here. Take the sitting bones a little higher, but keep your knees bent as your bend connects to your thighs. Full deep long inhale through the nose. And a nice big breath out. Let go of the arms as your palms are finding the floor with the front of your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Shift your weight into your left foot as we step the right foot as far back as you come into a crescent lunge. Lean forward nice and strong through the left thigh as you lift the right, both our arms up in the sky. Find a nice high lunge, reach those arms up as you sink in those hips and lower. Straight away, tuck the tailbone under. Elevate through the side of the body as you sink in the hips low. The left knee stays on the top of your left ankle. Inhale to lengthen a little bit more, and as you exhale, right arm sweep back, right arm reach of your foot press to the floor as you come into the strong warrior two. The right foot is slightly turned in as you press the outer edge of your right foot to the floor, looking at the middle finger of your left hand. Spread your fingers nice and wide. From you, keep your legs bent, so the left knee bent, right leg straight as you keep it strength in those stance. The right palm, the back of your palm finds the lower back or the left crease. As we turn the left palm to face up, reach forward and then all the way up into a variation of a reverse warrior two. Look up from underneath your left armpit, keep your left knee bent as you elongate through the left side of your body, but keep your hips nice and low. On inhale, start straighten out through the left leg. Wiggle the right foot a little bit closer towards your left. We come into the triangle pose variation. Start reaching forward again until your left thigh finds the left thigh above or below the left knee. We start rolling the chest and the rib cage up, stucking the shoulders on the top of one another and hips on the top of one another. And again, the fingertips of your right are now sliding towards the left hip. Start tilting the head down, so we need to bring your left knee to the left shoulder. Pull the right shoulder away from the right knee for stronger sensation. Bit of a balance here, so making sure the thighs are nice and strong. Start slowly rolling back up through the center, stopping into your left knee in order to do that safely. Turn the left foot in, so now the toes are pointing in, heels out. Lift your fingers at the back. Again, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, drive the knuckles down to the earth, open up the chest on the inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to hinge down on the hips. Doesn't matter how low you are, just find as still as here. The shoulders to stay nice and heavy. Send your sitting bones up to the sky, and you drive the outer edges of your feet to the earth. Nice wide legged stance, wide legged forward. Good. From here, let go of the arms as you can reach towards your ankles as you pull yourself a little closer to the earth. Start walking the hands underneath your face and towards your left and towards the front of your mat. Frame your left foot with both of your hands so the left hand goes towards the outside of your left foot. We are just running it. And drop your back knee down to the earth. Now, vertical blocks might become heavy. So sink those hips nice and low. We are in your low lunge as you elevate through the heart center. And as you exhale, start driving the hips back. The left leg doesn't have to go completely straight. I just want you to find some kind of a stretch at the back of your left leg. So if you have a block close to you in the front of the mat like I do, press the palms into the blocks to make this be more accessible and more enjoyable. Flatten out through the spine as much as you can. If you don't need the blocks, keep them at the front of your mat. As you square up the hips, strongly flexing through the left foot as you press the left back of your heel to the earth. So we're looking at the sensation through the back of your left leg here for another 2 big breaths. Inhale to lengthen, think about the hips to go back, round the head forward. And on the exhale, we soften just a little bit more into the shape. One last breath. Remember, refining the length of the stays within the body. And softening and releasing as you exhale. Gorgeous. Then into your left knee. Have your palms on the floor as you slide your left foot to meet your right at the back of your mat. And your toes under. Same on to the other side. We lift those hips up and back into a downward facing dog. This time we're keeping it down dog still. Softening to your knees as you bring the belly a little closer to your thighs, pressing your palms to the earth. Hold where you have for an extra breath. Feel the buoyancy and strength of the shoulders. Feel the length and the whole of the back of your body. From the shoulders to the lower back, to the back of your legs, down to your calf. From here, you'll be taking it down for a walk as you start walking the feet all the way to the front of your mat, to your hands. Take your hands forward, let your feet to follow those hands. Tuck your chin to your chest as you fold over your thighs. Link your fingers at the back of your head, tucking your chin to your chest. And bring your elbows just a little closer towards one another as you start rolling back. Massive round through the upper back. Separate your shoulder blades as you keep your chin tucked into your chest until we are up in a standing position. Remember. Once you are standing, open up your elbows like a big flower. Tilt your head back now, maybe in a cup to the sky. As you open up the chest a little bit more, keep tucking the tailbone under. Spine is nice and long. And as you exhale, take your arms all the way back. Doesn't matter which spine is in the front or in the top. Just make your elbows spine and nice, open through the heart center. Bend those knees as we're taking it all the way down to the earth. Keep your knees bent, belly to your thighs. And this time, maybe the hips can go a little higher so the legs can go straighter, but never looking into the knee joints. Keeping your knees soft and back. Just one last breath here. Breathe in through the nose. Breathing out, looking great, guys. Let go of the arms as you place the palms to the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. As we now step in the left foot back as far back as it goes. Shuffle it back, sink those hips low. Find a strength through the right thigh as you lift those hands up the floor. Sweep your arms out to the side, reach and lengthen, crescent lunge. Sink those hips a little lower, but keep your back heel elevated off the floor for now so the hips can stay square as we squeeze it into the left glute, tucking the tailbone under. Sink those hips a little deeper as you now stuck in the right knee over the right ankle. The left arm to sweep back as we press the left outer edge of your foot to the floor. Spread those fingers nice and wide, strong warrior two. Your pelvis is tucked under, thighs nice and strong. Press the outer edge of your left foot to the earth. Now we bend into the left elbow as the left palm finds the lower bed, maybe the right hip crease. Bend your right knee, turn the right palm to face up. is we swing the right arm off to the side. So the right arm is nice and close to your right ear. Inhale, we hold what we have, sink a little deeper, roll the chest and the rib cage up, gorgeous work. And on the exhale, the right leg to go straight, just wiggle the left foot a little closer towards the right. Reach forward as the right palm finds either the top of your knee, above the knee, or below the knee, into a triangle pose variation. Open up your chest and hips to the side, so the shoulders are in one line, hips in one line. Keep walking the fingers of your left hand to the right hip. Now nice and heavy through the neck as you just bring the right knee into the right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder away from the left knee. One last breath as we are. Bring them in and out. Through the nose. Soften into your right knee. Press the sole of your right foot to the floor so you can slowly, safely lift back up through the stance. Turn the right foot in so that both of your feet, toes are pointed in towards one and then heels out. Extend rotation of the joints. Intend rotation of the joints. Link your fingers at the back and for one last time, we'll take it into the folds. Open up the chest and on the exhale, widen it forward with intend rotation of those hips. So you're sitting up higher, let your arms to be nice and heavy. Press the outer edges of your feet to the earth. So letting the gravity to take over, sending the sitting bones up, separating the sitting bones as the weight is on your heels and the outer edges of your feet. Keeping the inner arches nice and long. From here, slide your hands down the back of your thighs, maybe reach into your calves as you pull yourself through just a little bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Well done. Bend those knees and start walking the hands all the way to the front of your mat. Framing your right foot a bit more from your hands. Square the hips as if you put on the ball of your left foot. The left knee comes out to your foot to the pillow or a cushion or a blanket. Grab the blocks if you need them or if you have them close to you. As you lift through the heart center a little bit more, driving the pubic bone down to your right heel to the floor. Inhale to lengthen, reach up through the crown of your head. And on the exhale, drive the hips back, maybe keeping the right knee bent if that's something where your left is ready to go. Or if your right hip is completely straight, send the toes up to the sky as well, square on your hips. Lovely. So we're looking for a gentle release through the back of the right leg. 3 cycles of breath. On inhale, we lengthen the spine. Think about your chin reaching towards the toes. And on the exhale, perhaps we can soften a little bit more. Find softness across the body, across the face. Drive your hips. One last breath as we are deep on inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, soften then those elbows just a little bit more. Lovely work. Leaning forward as you slide your right foot to meet your left at the back of your mat. Staying in a tabletop, all fours, just have your shoulders over your wrists and knees underneath your hips. Start creating a circle motions just to target every single part of the spine, start with the lower back. Start circling through the side of the body, dropping the belly to the earth, creating a big barrel rolls here. Getting the neck and the back of your shoulders involved as slow as you create a big circle motions through the neck. Move slow, making sure every single vertebra gets that space, gets the opening, gets the loving, fresh air and fresh oxygen. Change direction, going to the other side, work with your eyes closed so we don't make this your alignment. Making the movements with the leg just a little bigger. Bring the chin all the way to your chest, ease the shoulders. If this circle motion is not really working for you and your spine, just continue with the cat and cow movements. Or maybe just the side body knee with more relaxed. Spend more time stretching the sides of your feet. Wherever you are, whether you're coming to the last big breath. We're going to start making your way switch hard pose. That's where we're going to finish the class off. Drive your sitting bones all the way down to the toes, knees nice and wide as you slide those hands forward. Just for 3 breaths, let your forehead rest on the earth as you curl the fingers forward. I want you to find your comfortable place. As we keep in your position, a bit of a counter stretch here. Fingertips are reaching forward as you drive your hips back to your heels. One last breath here. Facial muscles are nice and loose. Right with the eyes closed as we slowly approach the end of the clock. And then from here, just looking to bring your knees a little closer towards one another so we can slide your hands all the way down to the feet. Then turn the palms to face up to the sky as the palms are on the outside of your feet. Let your shoulders to be nice and heavy and bring your shoulders just a little closer to your ears. Round through the upper back. Drive your sitting bones to your heels as we create a space in the lower part of this. Partially open up your lips. We're taking the last 3 exhales out through the mouth. Take a deep inhale through the mouth. Side out. Maybe a little bit more audible. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale out. Last one. So we roll in the spine back up. One vertebra at a time. All the way up into a kneeling position. From a kneeling position, just bring one leg forward to come into a cross-legged seat as you bring your palms on the top of your thighs. With your eyes closed, draw your palms in towards one another as you gently go forward. Tucking your chin to your chest, and with your eyes closed, just notice how your body is feeling at the moment. Slowly preparing the body and the mind for the day ahead of us, for the Wednesday ahead of us. One last breath here. Tuck your chin to your chest just a little bit more as you're thanking yourself for your time and your practice. Honoring your space, honoring your body, and honoring your practice, whatever you are with it today. Namaste. Happy work, everyone. Thank you so much. So hopefully you feel nice and stretched and ready for the day. Enjoy the Wednesday, and I'll see you back on very soon. Happy Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Have a great day, all. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Kai. Good to see you all. Thank you, Amma. Bye, Lorraine. I'll see you next week. Bye, Nigel. Well done for being outside, even though it's getting a little cooler. Well done. Fresh air is always good. Bye, Anna. Thank you. Thank you, Anna.